Breaking news. Ohanaeze react as Buhari vows not to release Nnamdi Kanu. Hello, my wonderful people. You are all aware that the Igbo leaders went to see President Muhammadu Buhari before the new year, and the cry was that he should please release Nnamdi Kanu to them. Even an elder begged him particularly, say, release him to me. I will do all I can, and you will not hear of this or that and that again. Guess what Buhari has said? He said, well, just yesterday, the elders went to meet Buhari in confidence and they spoke to him and said, well, please, can you release Nnamdi Kanu to us? And they are very expectant that, Buhari will do the needful. They've also said if Buhari want peace to reign in the southeast region, he should release Nnamdi Kanu. However, those who have advised Buhari had advised him saying, don't release Nnamdi Kanu. And so when Buhari was to speak yesterday, he said, well, he's not releasing Nnamdi Kanu no matter what happened. To a large extent, I feel Buhari does not want to release Nnamdi Kanu. Maybe it's the next administration, and I don't know what that's, the meaning of that, what it will lead to. But Buhari should do the needful, not just because of Nnamdi Kanu, but because of, the Southeast. Let's get all the details. The Apex Igbo sociocultural group Ohanaeze Zindigbo has reacted to President Muhammadu Buhari's dismissal of the plea to release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In an interview with Channels Television aired on Wednesday night, Buhari asked Kanu to defend himself in court for spreading falsehood about Nigeria when he was in the United Kingdom. The president insists he would not interfere in any judiciary process relating to a pro-Biafra agitator, thereby shedding the hope of some individuals calling for Kanu's release. Recall that the former Minister of Aviation, Amechi, had led some Igbo leaders to visit the president for the unconditional release of IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on November the 19th, 2021. Buhari had, during the visit, told the delegations that he would not want to interfere in the running of the judiciary, but said he would consider their heavy demand. Reacting to the new development, Ohanaeze spokesman Chief Alex Obeno said the organizations will meet with the president to get a clear understanding of his statement. He insisted that a political solution remains the only way to Nnamdi Kanu's issue, asking the president to reconsider his new stand on the IPOB leader. Ogbonna expressed confidence that the president will understand Kanu's case more by the time the group will meet with him soon. He said Ohanaeze's position is very clear and contest. We have looked at the whole scenarios and we are convinced that Nnamdi Kanu's case and IPOB can only be solved through a political solution. It is unfortunate that the presidency or the president haven't appreciated Ohanaeze's position, by extension, the Igbo position or the Igbo leadership position on this matter. But we are very confident by the time we meet with the president earlier this year, he will understand it more. So, Ohanaeze Zindigbo believe that Buhari will consider their plight. Buhari will understand what they are talking about, what they mean by the time they meet with him. They are planning to meet with the president and to discuss other issues. President Muhammadu Buhari and all that is going on clearly show to us that, when Buhari finished talking to people, if he remembers, because we all know that he has dementia, there are others, okay, who goes behind to talk to Buhari again. Elders, okay, elders, the likes of Attorney General of the Federation and the rest, Abubakar Malami, and Garuba Shehu, and some unknown names who are really fueling things from within. You see, these are some of the people who goes to Buhari and say, it's just like a story of what happened to a very young man who was so privileged to become a king. You can call him a prime minister or a president. Prior to this, his father was the one taking that position, and his father, led well. Now, when it came to the turn of the son after the father's dynasty, the son had to take over. When the son came in, the people came to him and said, "Oh, young man, congratulations, you are now the new prime minister, the new president, or the new king, as the case may be." They greeted him very well and they pledged their allegiance to him and said, "We will serve you. We will do our best to do right by you and to serve you. But there are a few things. While your father was the leader or the king or the prime minister, there were some things he was doing, but it didn't quite sit well down with us. But now that you are here, we would like that some of those things be, you reduce for instance, taxation, for instance, a number of persons and young men, probably the age of young men going into battle, some of those things being checked and looked at." And they said, "Well, could you please consider these matters we have brought to you?" And the young man said, "Well, thank you, sirs, for coming. I appreciate you all. I will consult with those my counselors, and I will get back to you." Just like every president, every leader will have those around him or her who counsels with him. And so he said, "Well, I will counsel with them, and I will get back to you." Fine. So he called on the elders who had grown up with his father and have seen these people make requests here and there, and how his father was able to manage these people so much so that there was no rebellion in his time. So he called and he said, "Are you seeing what is happening? These people approached me. Oh. What do you think?" The elders said, "If they've approached you, you are a young king, you are a young president, you are a young governor. Listen to them. Do exactly as they have said. Listen, you get them with you, for you, forever. They will serve you, and if anybody tries to go against your word, they will be the one to, in fact, fight. You will not even need to bother yourself." He says, "Is that what you said?" Say, "Yes." So the elders left. Then do you know what he did? Just like every young man who has influence, affluence, that is being mentored to to take a very great position. He also have his own buddies, his own friends that grew up with him, and he called them and said, "This is what happened now, and I've taken counsel with the elders. This is what they said." The young man said, They just want to do you. Tell them that your little finger is stronger than your father. That your father did with whip, you will do with a razor blade. And the people, as soon as he replied them, he said, "What portion do we have with you? So your turn, to Israel." And everybody left. He that is usually advised and failed to pay heed, this is what happens to them. Leave us a comment. God bless. Bye for now.